When implementing a food forest design on a smaller scale, like let's say a backyard, anywhere between 1,000 square feet to maybe up to half an acre or so, it's going to vary the design model versus that of a larger area, whether it be a half an acre or several acres that you're developing a food forest on. What I mean by that is that on a larger project, you're going to be paying more attention to zoning your plants in a way that the more tender plants, the annuals, things you harvest regularly, are closer to your home base. But on a smaller scale project, that's not as crucial of a component. Still something to be considered, but what I find to be even more relevant is to actually manage your garden in a way that you're able to consistently take advantage, get the most productivity out of all the different levels, all the different layers of the food forest. The food forest actually starts below the surface, where you have the soil food web and the mycelium and the root crops and that sort of thing. Then you got your ground covers, you've got your shrub layer, your dwarf fruit trees, vining layer, taller fruit trees, and each and every one of these different layers provides. So 90% of the trees I grow back here are dwarf. Now without management, these dwarf trees can still reach 12 to 15 feet, and maybe that's what you want, and if that's the case, you're going to want to spread those trees out probably 15 feet from each other. But in a managed system, in a backyard design, what I'm aiming to do is to keep these at a manageable height where I can actually reach the fruit without getting on a ladder. And by limiting the overall girth of the tree, almost doing bonsai style pruning, where you can see we've got a nice dense canopy, but still enough openness so that the sun can fully penetrate. That's what I'm aiming to do here. And by doing it this way, I'm getting a smaller fruit set off of each tree, but I'm getting lots of variety, and I'm spreading out my harvest as each one of these different varieties comes online at different times in the season. You can see these fig trees here. If I were to let any one of these trees just go and take over, effectively what would happen is it would start to shade out the lower levels. And I'm not looking to do that. I'm looking, like I said, to maximize potential productivity on this landscape. I'll also say this: if there ever comes a time where, air traffic above your property is becoming too much, drone deliveries and all that sort of thing, then you could definitely allow some of these trees to take over, perhaps take some of the other trees down, or just let natural elimination happen. And that might be an instance where you want a really dense canopy on your property. If what you're looking for is productivity, then you're definitely going to want to manage your garden in a way that, again, allows the sunlight to fully penetrate through all the layers. And that way you're getting the most out of your property, including the use of the airspace, things that are growing upward on trellises and trees and that sort of thing. So what do you think? I'm interested to hear your thoughts. Are you growing a food forest? Are you thinking about growing a food forest? What are your thoughts and ideas as far as designing a smaller scale project? Love to hear from you. Thanks for watching today. Hope you're all having a great day. I'll be talking to you again soon. Take care.